What's up, religiously curious people of YouTube? I'm gonna tell you guys the story of Lucifer. And the reason why I'm gonna tell you guys the story of Lucifer is when I was trying to understand my religion. I had a Christian, I'm coming from a Christian background. I wanted to understand my religion, so I started reading the Bible, right? And I started reading other writings about the Bible, because the Bible is an accumulation of a bunch of books and whatnot, right? And some books got left out. So I wanted to know about those books as well, right? Now, ironically, me reading the Bible made me kind of lose my religion, because I felt like everyone had lied to me until I read the Bible for how it was written, and it sounded completely different than what I was taught. Now, the Lucifer story is very interesting to me, and in my studies, I ran across this thing that it was like the judgment of Lucifer and the angels, the trial that took place in the heavens, right? Basically, this trial was, so Lucifer's created as the highest angel. So in God's kingdom, he is the top general. He's like the 5-star or 4-star general, right? And in God's kingdom, there's rules. Number one rule in God's kingdom is God's word is gold. What he says goes, no question about it, right? Now, one day, God shows up with this guy and he says, "This is my son." And he tells the angels, whatever my son says, it's as if I said it. Whatever he does, it's as if I did it. Whatever he wants you to do, it's as if I want you to do it and whatnot. Now, Lucifer and a bunch of angels had a problem with this, because now it fucked up the order in the heavens. And the order was simply, it was as if, like, imagine you're working at a job and your boss is cool as fuck, and then he brings, let's say, his son, and his son is starting to run the business, and he's a prick, right? And now you have a problem, and like, so God called court. He called court, and so everyone can, make their pleas and see what's gonna happen. So Lucifer and a third of the angels make the case that, you know what, you created Lucifer for this position, and we need to take orders from him, and now you're telling us to take orders from this your son, which we had no idea about, right? So, their pride and their ego is like, it's not allowing them to do this. And God says, it breaks my heart that this is the case. And he goes, you guys broke the number one rule of Fight Club. God's word is gold, and whatever I says goes, and you guys didn't listen, and therefore I'm gonna banish you from heaven. Now, this is the weird thing about this. Now, he could have destroyed the angels, but instead he banished them. And I have a theory why. So now I'm going to opinions and theories and stuff, right? So you don't just get rid of your 4-star general, right? Like, even in the real world, what you'd want to do is you'd probably just send them somewhere else, right? Like to a more difficult place, to a more difficult position. Now, oh, and by the way, God's son, in the writing, it was like, it didn't give his name, it just said son. So anytime it was written, he was written as God with the small g, and the Father with the big G, God. Every time it was written, So, yeah, and then, they get banished, God creates earth with his son and whatnot. And, so my theory goes like this. So, Jesus, is trying to get people to God with humbleness, right? You gotta humble yourself. You can't fall victim to your own wishes, desires, wants, and like, so everything God created you as, wanting and all, jealous, and all these things that human beings have, like, the rules are opposite to it, right? Like, you gotta keep all that shit at bay. I don't care how many women you want to fuck. It's not like you gotta relax and shit. Now, we all hear the stories about, like, oh, God is the devil, he sold his soul to the devil, and he sold it for, let's say, women and money and power and whatnot. And I think if we want to take it from that perspective, so I think Lucifer, if he's the devil, right, he has a different path for you to reach God. And that's through giving you exactly what you want. You desire something? Sure, I'll give it to you. No problem. But with everything comes a burden. If you want power and suddenly he makes you the president, the burden that's on your shoulders is immense, right? You can't sleep at night. You're sleeping 2-3 hours a day. You're a problem solver, and the world is gonna fall apart, but you have to keep it together. It's like a Chinese saying, beware what you wish for, right? You wish for a lot of women, suddenly it's so many women, and you become like a Michael Jackson, so you can't even fucking step out the house without, like, people snapping pictures of you and grabbing you and ripping your clothes, and they just want a piece of your hair, like weirdo shit, right? So that's what happens. So basically, he gives you so much of it that you become sick of it, But whatever you desire, because, like, when I was religious, I believe that, like, there is no hell, There's just different paths to heaven. Yeah, you might be judged for a lot of things, but there is no hell. You know what I'm saying? That's a made-up thing. So I think even the devil thing, there's just different paths. I remember one time I picked up this lady. She was like a speaker. She was like really dedicated to religion and studies. And she would go town to town, state to state, and talk to like thousands of people. Literally, she would be on stage and talk to thousands of people about religion. I was doing Uber and I picked this lady up. We had like an hour-long drive, and we conversated about everything. And I asked her, I was like, look, first, like, if there are sheep, and then there's the sheep herder, the shepherd, and then there are wolves, I want to be the wolf. I don't want to be the sheep. I don't want to be the shepherd. I don't want no one following me. I don't want to tell anyone what to do. I want to be the wolf. Do my own thing. Keep the sheep on their feet. Even keep the sheep herder, keep him on his toes too, but I want to do my own thing. Like, the shepherd should be on his toes, the sheep should be on their feet. Like, I want to be the wolf. I think that's a way funner position, better position, But what I asked her is, like, can I opt out? Like, I've lost my religion, man. Like, can I just opt out? Like, I don't want to participate. I don't want to be part of it. Let me just be on the side, do my own thing. Like, do I have to participate in this? Do I have, like, can I just be, And she's paused and she thought about it. And in a sad voice, she goes, no, I don't think you have a choice. I don't think you have a choice. I don't think you can opt out. You have to choose, how you live your life, and based on that, you already know the rest. So I found that really interesting. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on this. Correct me. You can ask me questions. You can tell me your perspectives, the things you know. I'd love to hear them. I know we're talking about religion, and you know, it could be a hot topic, but I'm a easygoing person. Trust me, I'm not gonna yell, scream, or curse, or none of that crazy. I'm not gonna insult you. Just don't insult. Like, you can insult me. I don't give a fuck. I still won't. But yeah, you guys, if you feel you're blessed, you have a blessed day. If you think you're cool, have a cool day. If you're a badass, be a badass. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, if you have faith and whatnot, you guys stay blessed. Peace out.